Hi everyone, I'm Christina Herrick. I'm on the editorial team with Landscape Management Magazine, and I am doing a virtual booth visit with John Perry, President and CEO of Greene County Fertilizer. So since John and I aren't able to talk in Louisville this year, we're doing it virtually. So thank you, John, and why don't you tell us a little bit about Greene County Fertilizer?
Sure. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, so Greene County Fertilizer Company, we've been around or now quite some time. We've been attending the GIE for, wow, maybe almost a decade at this point. Have seen it grow. And, obviously the changes now that are happening this year, we're sad not to be there, but we know it's going to continue to be good for us in the future. Um, we've been manufacturing fertilizers, soil amendments, some specialty products, again, for a number of years and are pretty heavy in the professional turf side. And over the last year, we actually ended up adding chemical offerings to everything that we're doing. And that's moreover what I would be speaking to today about offerings coming up into 2021.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about how the year's been for your company?
Absolutely. So I think like everybody else, we came into the year expecting everything to just be on fire and moving really quick. Coming out of 2019 was a spectacular year. 2020 started off extremely strong, and then, news broke and things changed. But it seemed like the lull didn't last very long. We have had an absolute record year this year. It's grown unbelievably. And I think a lot of that has to do with people honestly being stuck at home early in the season in the springtime and wanting to get more home improvement, make their space that they're going to be spending more time in more beautiful, sort of staycations in a way. So it's been a phenomenal year to be a fertilizer manufacturer. I would say that for the most part, aside from maybe just a few little stories I've heard, the professional lawn care companies have grown and surged dramatically as well. And we did come into it with a little bit of fear in March, but it was very short-lived, and we've been just pedal to the metal since.
That's good. So you alluded to some products that, if we were in Louisville, we'd be talking about. So why don't you tell me a little bit about those?
Sure. So we kind of started to dabble into becoming a chemical supplier as well. And I should preface this a little bit. Like, we are a direct-to-consumer company. So at our plant in Georgia, we do all of our fulfillment out of there, and we ship direct to the end user straight out of Georgia. So it never gets handled more than one time. And we wanted to bring that model to the chemical side as well, to where we could be more direct and then package those together with some of the, with the fertilizers and things like that, get single shipments to ultimately save money for the applicator, for the business. And we started off with kind of a small offering of maybe 15 or 20 different chemicals as far as broadleaf herbicides, fungicides, little bit of insecticide, that kind of thing. But this year we've expanded the catalog considerably to add more products and give more options to all the applicators. So we are participating in an EOP that we'll be getting information out. That was something we'd be talking about at GIE is doing EOPs on some of these chemicals. And really, we're just looking to be more of a one-stop direct to end user company for all your lawn care needs.
So since you're not going to be in Louisville this year, what are you doing to promote and to get this information out about the new products to your customers?
So we're kind of doing it the old-fashioned way now at this point. We are still doing a considerable amount of print, which I think is great. Actually, people are picking up paper these days, which is great. We do a lot on the social media front still. Quite a bit goes on around in the YouTubes with us talking about products and things like that. We're reaching our customers through regular emails from ourselves, and then other, forms of media, sending e-blasts and stuff like that. So we're trying to just stay present in people's both mailbox and inbox. And, if they just happen to type something into Google, they'll find videos about us as well. So we're taking a real multi-pronged approach to it. And really, I would say that, and maybe you could speak to this a little bit as well, but there were a lot of people who got nervous about advertising this year as well. And that opened up an awful lot of opportunities. And we've seen like cost per clicks in different areas go way down to where you could really up your ad spend budget and get a heck of a more return because there were a lot of people at home. And so I think that that's part of the growth that we've seen this year is there's been more people kind of searching around for things, and it's really helped to speed up the overall growth rate.
Kind of seeing how this year has gone, what do you think is going to happen next year? What's 2020 going to be like for the industry?
2021, I think, is going to be this is a significant amount of speculation here. You know, where do I want to go with this? Okay, so 2021 has the opportunity to be an absolutely stellar year. The people who, like us as business owners who were concerned about how the year was going to go, if they come out and they're, you know, doing better and they've streamlined their business, there's going to be more money to spend, right? So we have an opportunity in the service sector in general, and I'm not just talking about lawn and landscapes. This can go all the way across any service sector to have significant growth, because I know that even from like house cleaning, maid services, things like that, they took such a hit, and people are going to want to stop taking care of their stuff again. I mean, I can tell you right now, it's like, I'm done. I want to hire this out. I found that I need to spend more time doing my life and not doing this other thing, and really taking the service isn't so bad. So I think we have an opportunity for huge growth. Obviously, there's things that can affect that. Trickle down from unemployment could become an issue at some point, unless those jobs in the service sector remain open and we can start pulling in some good talent. Then maybe it's not as big of a deal. I'd like to think it's going to be another extraordinary growth year. I know from our projections and our planning and the people that we work with and sell to, we know there's going to be a big push for growth, and people are planning bigger spends for next year. So I feel good about it, much better than I did at the beginning of this year. So I think that's a plus.
Yeah, that is. So I was going to leave one last open-ended question. Is there anything you want to share that I didn't ask about, or anything that I should have asked about? I know that's very wide open.
Yeah, that is very wide open. I don't know about that. I would say that I would just leave with like a closing comment of I guess I want to thank everybody out there. You know, all of our customers, our business partners that, you know, we do work with, all of you, for really making it an epic year and really sticking to it and not letting the fear control the choices in your business. And I'm really just grateful for that. I'm grateful to work with a lot of incredible people who really took the ball and ran with it. You know, they had to pull an audible and change the way they did things, and are coming out just doing better and better and better. So I'd say to everybody out there in the industry, way to go. Like, way to go. Way to make it through 2020, and way to be set up to be in a better position for 2021. And the grass is going to keep growing, and it's just going to keep on needing mowing. So I think we're all going to be just fine.